Hi everyone, Fabian, Empire Build Academy. We're in the From Zero to Hero series on Evony. This is episode 5. I've done quite a bit of work since the last time, episode 4. So let's jump straight across to there now. You'll also notice in the top right corner, Battle of Chalons live stream this weekend, the 24th of January. And then I believe it's the finals the week after. So do consider joining me for that live stream. And also, if you are involved in that Battle of Chalons and you'd like to be considered for that stream, at the moment I haven't actually made a decision on who or what or where I will be streaming, but do please comment on this video if you would like to be considered for that. Okay, let's go straight over to the game now. So you can see we've got quite a few things done, and you can see I'm now moved up to keep level 22. There's also a few more buildings. In fact, I think from a building perspective, everything is now added. I've added the research factory, which I've taken up to level 7. We've also got the pasture. Now with the pasture, this is where your spiritual beasts will be. And if you click on more information, your pasture is where you can foster spiritual beasts. Upgrade your pasture to unlock more beasts. So you can see there as well, on level 6, you can see that that unlocks the Thunder Scorpion. So that would be your first spiritual beast, which you can attach to a general. And that Thunder Scorpion or spiritual beast will aid you in defense, attack, whatever it is you're looking to do. But you do need to make sure that the relevant stats that come with that Thunder Scorpion match up to the general and what your purpose of sending your general to do. Well, let's go back into that, see what else unlocks. So you can see also at level 11, we've got the Bird of Hurricane, and then we've got the Lava at 16. 22 is the Behemoth King, and 26 meets the pasture level requirement of unlocking Culebra. And continuing down, you can see we've got more as well, 30 being the last one. So if you used to upgrade all the way to level 30, that's quite a few spiritual beasts that you would actually open up. And just to jump into the spiritual beast very quickly, let's have a look at one of them that they were talking about. Let's have a look at Thunderbird. And you can see they're coming with the attacking siege machine attack, siege machine and ranged troop defense, also on the attacking side of things. Enemy ground troop defense. Now, if you were to attach this to a defense general, say you had it on your keep or your one of your subordinate generals, which I wouldn't recommend incidentally, but if you did, that would actually give a reduction in any ground troop defense being sent out to you. So if someone sent a march and you see the word enemy being attached to that, then that is what that is in relation to. Okay, and also you can go inside there as well and have a look at the seal. Now the seal, just to read what it says there, welcome to the Spiritual Beast Seal page. Seal is an ancient legacy of spiritual beasts, allowing your soldiers to harness formidable powers. And then they talk about guiding you through what the different things are. And it says here, once a spiritual beast reaches level 10, its seals become available. Each spiritual beast seal attributes vary based on its characteristics. As a monarch, you can spend gems and blood crystals to upgrade the seal level, granting immediate and passive attribute boosts without the need to deploy the spiritual beast. So let's continue on that. Let's go to the next one. Raising the overall seal level and the level of pasture unlocks more powerful innate skills. The bonuses that the innate skills provide are passive. You do not need to deploy the spiritual beast to activate them when they are unlocked. Blood crystals are essential for upgrading seals every day. Players can obtain them by defeating boss monsters, meaning you can get 40 a day, and through resource gathering, which is another 5. So let's have a look at what some of these spiritual beast seals are all about. So you can see this one here would be attacking ground troop HP and all troops load. This one would be attacking mounted troop defense and march speed. We've got some attacking range troop attack and production. And then we've got siege machine HP attacking, construction speed. And on the final one, in-city siege machine HP and all resources production. Now, when it comes to upgrading these, if we go onto this, you can see Thunder Wings. This would be the first one. So once you've got it to level 10, this is what actually unlocks. And just to explain this very quickly. So if you were to unlock this at level 10, the first thing that you would get would be the in-city ground troop defense would be 10%. To go to the next one, you would need to take it to level 22 in order to receive this one here. So you would get in-city ground troop defense, another further 10%, and you would need to do that all the way down. But remember, this is in addition to whatever it is you're unlocking here. So take it to level 10, you will get that first one and whatever you do on here. Take it to level 22 and then you would also get that additional ascension, let's call it ascension upgrade via this method. So there's quite a lot of buffs there to be had via the spiritual beast, and it's definitely something I recommend opening as quick as you possibly can. Okay, let's go back over to the other buildings, and you can see all the different buildings that I'm doing. I'm upgrading to a certain level, but one of the things that I do want to say in this particular episode is it's really crucial to be doing this when it is the relevant event. And what I mean by that, if we go across to the event center, which is this one here with my dodgy arrow, and we click inside there, you will notice it gets a little bit different in terms of its wording further down the line, and that actually I think is already over because the new server sort of terms it in a different way. But if we go down to Monarch competition, this is the one you want to be looking at, and when we click on there you can see that I need to kill enemies for stage 5. So today's one is kill enemies, and that's what I need to do to get these kind of rewards here, as well as any ranking rewards as well. So if we go into Battlefield and we go into stage rewards, this would be what you would get for first place. You would get 20,000 gems, you get some alliance honor and points, 68 times 60 minute speed ups, level 4 resource chest, 1 million gold research stone. And this is all the way down. Let's go all the way down to the bottom, and you can see that this... Oh, it goes on forever. I don't know if I'm going to scroll all the way down, but you get the idea that there is definitely some additional rewards to be earned in there, as well as total ranking. So you can see here, this is stage 5 of 5. Yesterday was actually building and research, which is why I upgraded a lot of buildings yesterday so that I could be in with these rewards. Obviously, I'm not going to compete against the bigger people. That's not necessarily possible, but also I do like to hold things back because there is going to be a better version of the Server Monarch competition, which you will notice in the next couple of weeks, to spend and do those things on. So I recommend holding back and just waiting for this additional competition that I'm talking about. That will be a much better way to do this. But again, stage rankings, you've got the total rankings. Have a look at the total rankings and you can see Warlord Historic General for finishing first place, as well as all of these additional rewards as well. So that is why crucial to do whatever it is on the relevant day to get those additional rewards. So as an example, don't train troops until it's training troops event. Resource gathering, make sure you keep an eye out for when that comes out. That is when you want to, of course, do your resource gathering. Of course, do your resource gathering every day. But when it's resource gathering event, put a lot of focus. Make sure you're using the gathering boosts and things like that as well. So that's what I will say. Use the event center to go and check that out. So Monarch competition is what you want to do. So let's continue having a look at what we've got here. 2 buildings I want to talk about today is the hospital. Now, the hospital, of course, is where you would put all of your injured troops in there to be healed. Obviously, your killed ones wouldn't go there, but your injured troops would go inside here. And you can see as well, as you go further down, we've got the hospital capacity increasing with each level of upgrade. And you also will get additional hospital capacity from research as well. But it's a nice simple one in there. This is where you would see all your troops being healed. And of course, the better your hospital level, the better your research, the less that you're going to be paying on resources and crucially speed ups to do the healing. So what I would say is making sure that you're always actively looking to increase your hospital as well as doing the research for that as well. The next thing that I want to talk about is the ideal land. Nice simple building. It's one that we don't really do or deal with very often, but it does come with additional buffs, small buffs. Click on the detail, click on more information, and it doesn't say too much there. Step into this magnificent realm as if immersed in a dazzling era. It's nonsense. We don't need to read that. Okay, but what you can see is it comes with additional buffs down here at the bottom. Construction speed 2%. For the first level, and if you continue going across, you can see at level 2, troop HP, attack and defense is also all increased, and they continue to get increased based on the level of your ideal land. And when you go inside the ideal land, it's basically something to build up nice and pretty. So you can see here, you have to ask helps to clear all this bit. So you can see that I needed 15 helps to clear this particular one here. And when we click onto that, it disappeared. I don't know why it disappeared, but that's the one I'm talking about. So you have to have people that you send that request to. You won't be able to clear this until that is done. Let's click on that and get that finished. And that's now all of my ideal land cleaned up with nothing in there. You will also notice as well other people asking for your help in relation to clearing their side of things. So literally go on this, click on this, and then basically you will help them clear their land as well. Let's go back off that. Let's have a look at the other two. Haiti, let's go and clear theirs. It's already been done by other monarchs, which is perfectly fine. And then the last one, we've got WK. I'd imagine this is also done as well. And you can actually see on W2K, they've actually got a ornament or a statue, as they are called, that can bring additional buffs. I don't know if it's going to show me on this. It isn't, but I can go back to my one and let's have a look. So we've got construct down at the bottom. So you can see we've got construct down at the bottom, as well as your inventory and top charts. This is basically where you can make your ideal land all pretty and make it all look beautiful. And as I said, the ornaments, you can see all the different ones there as well that you can get. None of these I don't think come with buffs. So what I will say is they do increase this point here, the little trophy sign, and that is actually something you need to be able to upgrade. So if I come out of this and go and have a look at the beginning part of this, and then when we go on to upgrade, you can see that I need ideal land points of 500 to be able to upgrade that. And the way you would get those points is by doing that. So that is something to be aware of, and you may need to spend gems in relation to do that. In inventory, I've got nothing. This is where you can find all the ornaments that you can get, as well as collections. So just as an example, you can see all these different things here. Don't think it's, oh, it is going to show me. So you can see on here as well, we've got the coronation fountains, colourful bunny hole. Basically, Evony release a different decoration or a collection, whatever you want to call it, that you can also add to your ideal land. They also come with some additional buffs here as well, and crucially they can be stacked. So if you go and get 10 of these, then you would be able to stack them all on top of each other, and they would come with additional buffs on top of that. Now, how easy is it to get them? Not very. So it's in this one here, the one that's sort of hidden because I'm on PC. And when we go into that, what you will notice is we have Voyage to Civilizations, and the Voyage to Civilizations is where you can find this. So this would be the most recent one. There are chances to get it on the free version, and this particular one is it the Coronation Fountain? It is the Coronation Fountain. It's just double checking. And again, that March size capacity of 5,000. But remember, they're very clever on this. Getting one won't give you them buffs, because it clearly says there, max level preview. Getting one is not going to get you even close to being able to do that. Does it say anymore? No, it doesn't. But what I have got is my free spin. So let's do this, and let's keep our fingers crossed that this randomly comes out on this spin. Of course it's not going to, but you never know. Stranger things have happened, and absolutely unbelievable. The chances of that happening on a video when you're actually making your video as you go along, that deserves a like on its own. So what I'm saying there is, now you've actually physically seen that and seen Evony are kind sometimes, you definitely need to go and like this video, just purely for that reason, because I said it was impossible and they proved me wrong. So what I can now go and do is go to my ideal land. I can now go to my inventory, and you will notice, oh, actually I think I've got to unlock it first. I've got to go into items. There it is. Use this. It is now available. When I go into inventory, there it is. I can construct this. I can put it anywhere I want, and you can see she is now coming up with some additional information. But again, let's go and click on this. I said you don't get anywhere near the buffs that they say for the max level. I get March size capacity, a huge 250 points. But I also get, as you may notice there, 50 prosperity points, which is those points that I was talking about at the beginning, which goes towards your points needed for upgrading. So I've now got 50 additional points that will go to that, which is pretty cool. And I was talking about the stacking, just to show you what that is. You can see that if I was to take these two all the way down to level 10, so I had 10 on top of each other. Now, just to be aware, you need quite a few to get to level 10. So it's not just a case of needing 10 of these ornaments or fountains to stack. You would probably need, I don't know how many you need. I think you probably need 30, 40, 50. It's whatever the number is. But you can see, in fact, actually, if I go to upgrade, you can see to upgrade the next one, I just need one fountain, but that does increase the further you go through. So just be aware of that. And then, like I say, when I come off this and I go into the upgrade, you will notice my prosperity points now say 50 because I've got that. So thank you to Evony for giving me that, just so I could finish off the complete example of doing that for the ideal land. Okay, so another thing I want to show you. I did show you in the event center the current Monarch competition, and it says there kill enemies. Now I just want to show you this isn't something you do long term, but at the beginning, one of the things that we have going on is lots of people joining and lots of people not playing, okay? And then they leave straight away. So what tends to happen, if I go into the world map, so if I go all the way to here, and you'll notice there are lots of level 2s, level 3s. There'll even be some of these. You'll probably find level 19 Monarch Jill. We actually have a server rule that says if they are under the name Monarch, you can attack them. But I will teleport here because this is a good example. Actually, I need to call my gatherers back. So let me just do that very quickly. So I'm going to teleport in here. Now, I said that I can kill anything with the Monarch tag, so if they haven't changed their name, my name is changed, so I'm perfectly safe. I don't know if they've got anyone else as an example whose name is changed to show you, but I haven't. But you get the idea. If your name is changed, then you're perfectly safe. But if I was to escape this person, and because they haven't got the name changed and they've still got the Monarch tag, click on escape. Let's go and have a look at the PvP report. You can see they've come with some additional resources that is plunderable. So that means if I was to send an attack there, although I did this earlier, I don't know if it was a bug, but it actually didn't give it me. For the purpose of the video, I'm going to attack. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to send this. I'm not really thinking too much in terms of the attack. We can talk layers and all that kind of stuff, but we'll do that much later down the line. Let's just have a look at a battle report with me attacking just to see what and how things work. You can see it was a victory. Let's go and have a look at what I got. So you can see I got those additional resources there. And if I wanted to continue attacking, I'd get some more resources as well until they are empty. I don't think they had anything in terms of kills. No, they didn't. But this is the interesting part. There was a reason I came here. Now you can see here, there's nothing killed and nothing in terms of me capturing or anything like that. But watch this for a little tip, little trick. Going to go onto this level 2. I'm not going to bother scouting. Just going to attack. Watch what happens. So that attack is now complete. Let's go and have a look at the report because this is the interesting part. 400 killed, 400 captured. So you can go and do this as much as you like. So all these level 2s that have all quit, not only, again, the power you're going to get for killing 400 T1s or whatever it may be. Let's go and actually have a look in the battle report to see what those 400 were. I'm pretty sure it will there you go. Mounted troop tier 1. 400. It's not going to do anything in the tables of kills, but what it does do, and I think this is very, very useful, one of the daily activities you need to do is release the captured, which is something that comes in your prison, which is this one here. If I now go into this and I go and have a look at my captives, you'll notice I have 9,400. And the reason I've got 9,400 is just because I've just gone and tapped a few level 2 castles and just boosted that up. And then every day, as I get to the stage, it's good to do this at the start because eventually those level 2s disappear. I'm not sure exactly when. Level 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, whatever it is, you get those 400 captures and also those kills. And again, I said it doesn't really do much, but let's go and have a look where I am in today's table. Just from killing 400 T1s, it's put me in 68th place. As I said, it's not going to get me loads in terms of scores. Let's have a look at stage rewards. I don't know if there's actually anything for top 60. I'm going to actually scroll all the way down to the bottom on this. So again, this is in 69th place. This is, 68th place. And it's not really worth anything, but you're getting 22 times 60 minutes speed up just for going ahead and killing those on kill day, as well as the 42 level 2 resource chests as well. So it's definitely something I would recommend doing for that, just for that big beginner part with all the captives, daily activity. That's what I'm doing. 1,000 that you need to release for that daily activity. So go and hit 3 of them a day and you are getting the requirements for that particular activity quest. Let's come back off this. One of the things I do want to talk about as well is the best and worst packs on Evony. I'm actually going to do a video for that to run alongside this, which will be released tomorrow, so do keep an eye out for that. But the reason I want to just quickly skate over it is because I've told you before there are some terrible packs that can be bought on this game, especially at the beginning. So the packs that we want to look at is this one here. It's got 6 days left on it. and we click into there, what you will notice is this little tab up here. And when you click onto that tab, you can see we've got different pack versions. Now, what I will say is if you are going to purchase packs, these are one of the best packs on the game. It normally comes out on the flip every second week, so there won't be one on Friday, but there will be one the following Friday, and that is definitely a decent pack. But I am going to talk in more detail about those packs on that video, but what I will say is just definitely hold off at the beginning, especially if you're on day 1, day 2, week 1. Hold off on those packs until the better packs do come out. I was talking about the daily activities. That is here. That's this chest here. I do this as part of my process every single day. I will be going into there. I will be checking the different activities. So you can see I'm already building myself along. You can see that I've got the gathering, upgrade buildings, build traps. They are now all done. Click on claim. The reason I want to do that, it's definitely become better the last 6 months or so, but there is let me just show you what's in this one here, and this is the crucial one. Obviously you're coming with all these different things here which are useful. I mean, 15 times 60 minute speed ups, we've got betting coins, blaze on chests, there's a lot of things in there, but also as well we're now getting these in the final 2 chests, which is the tokens for the wisdom dome. I haven't opened the wisdom dome up. I think it was level 28, I think, before I do that. But what I do want to do while I'm waiting for that to open is go in here and making sure that I'm doing all of this to collect them daily, so that by the time it's open I've already got a few tokens in advance to be able to do. And the wisdom dome is level 28, as you can see there, to unlock, and that's what it's for. It's for this particular one here. It's a new thing that Evony have brought out recently, and it comes again with additional buffs, so that is important to be able to do that. So literally going along, doing all my daily activities, checking the event tabs. That's also crucial as well. I would always say go down here, make sure you're doing your Ranger Night Order, whatever the daily task is. Carty's Moon, Secret Ritual, I will talk about them as an event on another video. But you can see again, Grace of Star Trail, that's a crucial one. Star Trail, go in there, collect your little coin, go and do your free spin. You've got all these potential rewards to win. I always say these ones are quite decent at the top because it allows you to get potentially a premium general token, especially if the 50 comes out, because it's only 40 needed for that premium general token. So let's see if they're going to be kind for a second time and actually give me the 50 on the tokens. What are the chances? Let's have a look. And it was the super safe resource chest. But again, worth doing every single day. Same with these. Revelation of Maya, that's not something you have to do every day, but it's an event that you need to be involved with and getting the rewards from that. Great Expedition is one that you can do every day. And this is the one that you get your dice you can spin. And you would get, I think, 6 of these dice by finishing those last 2 chests. There's 3 in each one. So again, also very important to do. Rising Star, this is the early events. They're now closing. Revelation of Horus, that's something that happens every single day. I haven't done it. Oh, I have done it. Hearts of Reverence was the one for me to do today, but again, this comes with additional rewards, and the reason I say it's worth doing is because when you've got so many, I've got 30 at the moment, but you can see a premium general token would be available at 330 points. I think the average is around about 8 a day if you're involved with that. But again, you would soon have the ability to be able to do that, as well as getting any other rewards that you may also decide to get instead. Sunken Temple, this is another one. This is a different event, and this is also a very decent event because when that event opens, which requires 400 of these as a server, so a whole server, you're looking to push to 400, whoever hits the last one will get them opened up. It spawns these monsters around your alliance, and they come with some very decent rewards, so be aware of that one. And like I say, just continuing to go down that. The last thing I want to say on this particular video, where are we at? We're at 34 minutes. I'm going to obviously condense that down. But the last one I want to talk about is the pyramids, or what we call the treasure hunts. You'll hear most people call it the pyramids. When we go onto that, you have to actually go around the world and search for these, and they are a nightmare to search for, especially if you're doing it by mobile phone. So I will do a quick video on it today, but I just want to explain. You can see my world on the PC is actually quite opened up nicely in terms of being able to search, and I think I can continue to zoom out a little bit as well. Obviously, when you're doing that on portrait on mobile phone, it's not easy to be searching and can take a long time. So there is something you can do on Android where you can download an orientation app, which will then allow you to change the view to landscape to allow you to see a whole lot more in terms of searching them pyramids. And also, I was under the impression that Apple don't have one, although someone has mentioned recently on a comment it is available. It's just something you've got to do. And I'm going to actually do the research on what and how and add that to today's video as well. So do keep an eye out on that. My recommendation for pyramids is download an orientation app, get your phone into landscape and search for the pyramids in that method instead. So that is quite a lot to take in for today. I will do my condensing of the video. It might drop down to probably about 25 minutes. What I will be doing tomorrow is the best packs, best and worst packs. So do make sure you keep an eye out for that video. I'm not sure when I'm going to do the next one for this. It may be on Thursday, it may be on Friday, but it's certainly going to go to those 2 to 3 days now as we've got a little bit further. But again, I will try and mention something new, something different in each of those videos. If you're not subscribed to the channel and this is the kind of content you enjoy, then please do consider subscribing. I'll be doing lots of games all over. Evony is obviously the prime one at the moment, but again, when we go to my website, and this is the website here, and going down again, I will be jumping onto this next couple of weeks and I will actually make the Evony side of things. This is what the Evony side of things looks like at the moment. This is all built by myself. I am no web designer or anything, so do bear with me as I'm doing this, but I do think I can make that layout look a little bit better. That is definitely something I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks and add these tutorials, add these guides, all the different things on this website, empirebuildacademy.com, so that you have a resource point that you can go and check if there's anything you need to know. And like I say, that is something I'm going to be doing. And that is it for this particular video. Really starting to get deep into the Evony for 2026. There's a lot. There's still quite a few videos that I want to do and get everything understood for all of you out there. Thank you so much for your support that I've received already, and I will see you in another video, best and worst packs, tomorrow. Go and check that out. Do go and check out the other videos on my channel as well. There is some of those videos that I'm talking about but last year, so there's definitely something that you can go and check out for now while you're waiting for the 2026 version. Thanks for watching. See you soon.